Hello and welcome to the very second episode of Modcast, the only show where you find information on both mods and penises alike. I am your host, Christian Goff, and I am joined by my partner, Anna Castiglione. How are you doing?
I'm good.
That is awesome to know. Now, today's episode is going to be a little different than last time. Instead of focusing on mods themselves, today's subject is going to be about an aspect of modding. Scripting. You know, that shit that nearly drove you batshit insane trying to figure out? No? Just me? Alright. Well, today we are joined by a modder who just so happens to use the lost and ancient language of scripting, and by correlation, understands the meaning of life.
The universe and everything.
Exactly. A man known as Jasper Jens, a.k.a. Shrike. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
Good to know. Okay, before we begin, a little bit of a disclaimer. If you are offended by swear words, get the fuck out.
Just get lost.
GTFO.
Yeah, exactly. We will be using a lot of swear words and probably a lot of offensive topics. You know, just like any other podcast. Okay. So, Jasper, you are known for the mods Island Fast Travel, which unfortunately I have not used because I don't fast travel in my games. But you also have another mod which as soon as I saw, I knew I had to keep it in my load order. Slaughterfish Nemesis.
Oh yes, that's the biggest agony I had playing.
Now, in the description, it's asked, is it a cheat?
Of course
Yes.
it's a cheat.
But is it bullshit that Bethesda decided to disable combat while swimming? You bet your fucking ass it is. So yes, I absolutely love that mod. It is fucking awesome. I love it.
Hey, what about fishing spears? That's combat.
Fishing spears? Are there actually fishing spears?
No, but there should be.
Well, yes, there definitely should be. Now, Jasper, you are a scripter. Now, here's the thing. I tried to start scripting. I tried to start learning it. And about 30 minutes into it, I decided to hammer a nail into my temple. Like, what got you into scripting?
Well, I started already in Oblivion, scripting. But, yeah, well, it's kind of, well, not easy, I would say, but it's kind of like second nature to read programming languages, and after reading a couple of files of it, I pretty much get the hang of it.
So, is it anything like HTML or CSS or anything like that?
Well,
Not really.
a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, I think it's kind of like other programming like HTML in a way, because there's a set list of vocabulary. Vocabulary is a loose term, but by that I mean just characters that you have to use in sequence to make something happen.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, the thing is that when I was younger, I actually took a web designing class, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's basically a code. You have to know exactly the right language in order to make things happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's more, if you do a bit of advanced HTML, you probably end up also doing some Java scripting. And it's more comparable to Java scripting.
But I never used that. So my next question is, am I just retarded or is this shit hard?
It's hard.
It's okay.
It's hard.
So it's not just me. Okay, that all right.
No, it's also the engine itself.
You cannot drill everything in your head.
The scripting just sucks. So it's not just
it's awesome.
Well, I think what she means is that it's a very exhausting and time-consuming type thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and you told me that scripting for Oblivion was a lot better.
Well, maybe not better, but you didn't have to link everything in. Skyrim, you have to link all your properties to the ESP. That's a lot of technical bullshit and probably boring the shit out of everybody, right?
Well, all I'm gonna say is that I'm not saying there's any connection, but my nose started to bleed a little bit, so.
All right. Well, so much sorry for the hemorrhage.
Yeah, it's alright. It kind of seems to happen a lot. Anyways, well, you said that you started scripting for Oblivion.
Yep.
Like how old? Do you remember how old you were when you first initially started scripting?
Scripting? Well, that started with Oblivion, but yeah, I did a lot of programming for work. And
Okay.
yeah, I got into it.
So how long have you been doing this?
Probably since 93, 94.
Wow. Okay. So you've been doing this for a while.
Yup.
Nice.
That's probably revealing how old I am already.
Age is only in the mind, my friend.
True that.
All right. Like this is something that's always kind of fascinated me. Is like, what would you say would be like what would you say would be the first step into scripting to initially start it?
Well, that's actually pretty basic. Again, there are no magic buttons like, oh, I want armor now. You have to,
Right.
in your mind, you have to already,
You have to know the commands to ask for it.
well, that too, but what I mean is like, you, in your own mind, you already have to know what you exactly want to do.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Are there any scripts that you are working on right now that you would like to talk about?
Well, Anna's keeping me pretty busy, so
Okay.
Crack that whip.
yeah, I'm pretty much the gimp here.
Okay. Actually, I've been, the very rare times that I've been playing Skyrim recently, I've been playing with Anna NPCs, and like one of my favorite scripts was the fact that they removed their helmets when out of combat. I thought that was a very clever little script.
It's an idea from
to
Dragon
write.
Age.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Because I noticed that they always took their helmet off when you talked to them. And I was like, we need that in Skyrim.
Yeah.
'Cause you can see their face
I
when
mean-
you talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, like, who always wears the fucking helmet?
Yeah, hey, let's go to an inn, and there they are in the inn, sipping a drink, fully in armor, helmet on, sword and shields equipped.
Yeah, that's another thing that I would like to see is like having like an NPC completely change their clothes depending on what sort of environment they were in. Like if you were inside of an inn, they would wear like casual clothing.
That's exactly
they
what we
would wear
have now.
armor. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You're in luck.
Wow. Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, you can set their outfit for casual, for being at house, in and out of combat.
Wow, that's
It's
pretty
really
cool.
Awesome.
Do you use script extender
Yeah.
for this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A lot of convincing to get Anna to accept it.
Well, not at first, because a lot of people don't use that, but now I've noticed that a lot of mods these days are using MCM, and I figured, well, it's probably just time to upgrade and start using it.
Well, I mean, I have been using script extender ever since I started playing Oblivion, and that was just ages ago. And to be perfectly honest, when I first heard about it, and I really wasn't really all that into mods, I thought that it was a fucking trap because it was too good to be true. Like something that extends the fucking gameplay? Bullshit!
Yeah, people still sometimes, I see it on forums or something. Yeah, I'm not using script extender because they injected DLL and it's probably gonna attract a lot of viruses.
Honestly, that was kind of my my ideology on the whole thing when I was young and stupid. Not to say that I'm not stupid now, you know what I mean.
A little bit.
Yeah, slightly less, just a little bit, just a pinch here and there. Speaking of script extender though, do you have any like future like projects for scripting, like something that you would want to see in a game?
Not at the moment. I'm all taken up by the
Oh, okay.
Anna NPCs mod.
Well, that works. That works. It's a good mod to be busy with. So yeah, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Another question, and this is kind of more of a personal question. Teach me.
Right.
But not really a question, but
Well, there are a lot of tutorials on that stuff.
really,
Already
because
out.
I've not found one that didn't make my head explode.
Have you checked out Doug Hamill's tutorials? They're pretty easy.
Doug Ham. That name does not ring a bell, actually.
Yeah, they're actually on the YouTube list of tutorials.
Oh, okay.
It's all about questing and scripting and stuff.
Oh, I might have to check
Very
it out.
newbie friendly. That's how I started.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know. Well, never mind about the whole teach me thing. I guess I could just look at tutorials.
I could try. I could make some articles on my blogs
Oh, that'd be awesome.
instead of just posting the whole script that ran Anduino.
Mm.
It's up there, but that's probably fry your skull like a microwave in 2 seconds.
That's another mod I've actually been wanting to try was the Anduino NPC, the follower.
Yeah, that's the one we started on. Well, Anna started on, and then I hitched a ride and you need any help? Actually, she asked for
Yeah, I
help.
put a little note on the
Because nobody-
mod page. Hey, if anyone's a genius scripting, let me know.
And what do you know?
What do you know? Yeah, I was actually about to stop work on Anduino when he contacted me, so good thing, right?
Well, I guess keeping your fingers crossed that's gonna help.
True.
True that.
There's a sex joke in there somewhere, but
Maybe I should build in some Easter eggs that do some secret moves.
secret moves. What do you mean?
Well, secret moves. Those are secret. I don't want to say sex moves.
Well,
Then I probably get kicked in my ass.
Well, actually, that does bring up a question that I want to ask both of you. If somebody asked you to participate in a sex mod for scripting, voice acting, whatever, would you do it?
No.
No? What about you, Jasper?
Mm,
Maybe.
I don't want to say yes because I'll never hear the end.
Well, I already have. So, yeah. All right, Jasper, this one's for you. Like, are there any games out there that you would want to just crack open and just take a look at their scripts and just kind of like see how they did it?
Yeah, that would be Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Wanted to mod that, but it's totally closed up. Can't do anything.
Yeah.
So.
One of the ones that I would love to like just, if I understood the language, that I would want to open up like Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
Because I would just love to see like how the parkour and the combat work.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is just... Sometimes the animations just... They flow a little bit too well.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they must have used stop motion or whatever that tool is that they attach to people who actually
mocap?
act it out. Yeah.
Mocap, yeah.
Pretty sure they used that at least some of the time because there's a lot of cutscenes.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think they also used it just in Skyrim to do all the basic animation. Oh, it's just that the modders out there who want to do animation, well, they don't have to tag for it, so they have to use Blender or 3D Max. But I think Bethesda themselves just also use that motion to record their animation.
Right. I think everybody kind of uses motion capture now. I don't think anybody like really uses the old animation thing where you actually like
Draw it out.
Yeah, pretty much that you moved like every
Stop
piece
frame
of the
animation?
skeleton. Yeah.
No, I don't think they do that.
No, I don't think so.
Except for the modders, because they don't have to order any other resource.
To be perfectly honest, if somebody asked me to put on a mocap suit and just do some fucking fighting or some shit, I would totally do that.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that looks like so much fucking fun.
Now, I had really wanted to try mod Dragon Age because I love the game and it's got so much great character stuff. But when I opened up the tool set, you guys say you're retarded on Skyrim or Deck or whatever. When it comes to tool set, I'm the retarded one. Because like in Skyrim, you can do stuff without scripting. You can make a character or dialogue. None of that requires scripting, but in Dragon Age toolset, every tiny little thing is hard-coded in with scripting.
Well, I think I read somewhere. I never actually looked at the construction kit for Dragon Age. But I heard from somebody that even the armors were like connected by a script or something.
Yeah, they are. I started to work through some tutorials, and they weren't exactly what I wanted to do, so I just kind of stopped. But yeah, every little thing, from even adding a dialogue, a word, is connected by scripting, and every variable, like our globals are, it's all scripting. So I was like, oh, this is too hard. I'm going back to Skyrim.
That's some old bullshit.
I'm going back to Skyrim.
Now, talking about Dragon Age and the construction kit, why do you think EA decided not to make a construction kit for Dragon Age 2? You think it was just too hard, or do you think they was just like, fuck it? You know, kind of like how EA always does.
I don't really have an answer to that.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't interested in modding Dragon Age 2 because I just didn't like the game so much. I mean, it was...
Did they have one for Dragon Age?
Yeah, they did.
For Origins. Yeah, it's called Toolset. I was telling you about that back in January.
Oh, man.
Yeah, who can remember that far?
Remember when I took 2 months off and I was playing Dragon Age?
Oh, yeah, I was doing something else back then, too. Probably I just went into one ear and went out the other.
Because that was right after the release of Vandunial 2.7 or something, or 2.6. Because after that major release, I was like, I need a break, so I went to play Dragon Age for 2 months.
You know what was weird? Like, before you said 7, I was like, Antonio has a sequel?
Well, the latest one is 2.7. That's the one that's up now. Right. So the next one is going to be on NPCs 2.0.
All right, awesome.
And it's going to be an all-new one.
Well, I certainly look forward to Anna NPCs 2.0 because I know I have a part in it.
Yes, you do.
I was so proud of my performance in that. I'm not even sure if it was a good performance, but I just loved doing it.
I guess you just have to make another MILF follower so you can do a whole storyline.
Well, actually, I played a priest. I didn't play one of the followers, unfortunately.
Pirate reverend.
Yeah. Which to me is like saying flowery shit. It's just two words that don't really seem to mix well. It's like water and oil.
Well, you see, reverend is kind of a loose term because pirates are authorized to conduct marriages. I mean, captains are authorized to conduct marriages.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That back then that they would allow captains to marry people, not.
Well, they still do on those big ships.
Wait, they that's still a thing? They can still do that?
Yep. Once they're in international waters.
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
If an official captain's license and you're steering a big ship, I mean, you don't get to be captain if you just have a rowboat and you go.
So you're talking about like something the size of like a man of war or a cruise ship or something?
Even those captains on those big oil things.
Oh, them too.
Yeah, once they're in international waters, they're kind of like in no man's land. They're kind of like their own sovereign,
right?
Their own country for that moment.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, they can do burials, marry people. Trial somebody.
Of course, at sea, wow. A burial is tossing the person overboard.
Yeah, of course.
Not really a burial in that case.
Yeah, I would call that just sinking to the bottom of the fucking sea.
In a white shroud.
I think they just use a blanket or something.
Well, I am getting
Actually, isn't it more like a sail?
Kind
of like the symbolism is using a sail or a white shroud.
Oh, maybe
maybe
but I don't think they have sails or white shrouds.
Well, I certainly hope you got some backup sails then.
I'm sure they would.
Sorry, we're just sitting here because we threw away the sail with it.
Yeah, sorry, we forgot to pack back up. We're just gonna send out an SOS. Sorry about that.
But then people stop dying. We ain't getting nowhere.
Somebody get some goddamn fruit. Everybody's down to the scurvy. Speaking of which. Just took a shot.
That's a good idea. Beverage.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of customary to drink during a modcast. Or podcast, excuse me.
Well, the more the merrier.
Exactly. Actually, I should have told you that earlier, that, you could drink during this.
It's okay, I told him.
Oh, okay. Well, that works. Okay, getting back on topic. Actually, this is for the both of you, and I may have already asked you this on the first modcast, Anna.
Yeah?
Like, are there any games that you are looking forward to?
I haven't exactly been looking at what games are coming out, even, because I've been modding so much.
Oh, well, what about Dragon Age 3? Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, kind of. I'm not so hyped up as other people are.
Well, I wasn't very hyped up about it. In fact, I kind of disliked the whole concept of it until I actually saw a little bit of gameplay. I think it was like last week, and it looked more like Dragon Age Origins more than it did Dragon Age.
Really? That's a good thing.
2, yeah. I mean, the animations were really good, and it didn't look very what's the word?
How do the elves look?
Unrealistic.
Do the elves look good, or do they look like goblins? Because in number 2, they looked like freaking goblins. They were so ugly.
They had the most fucked up noses and big ass bulgy eyes, and they looked like
and sticky out
aliens.
ears.
Well, they always have.
Not quite so much in Origins. They look more normal in Origins.
No, true.
I mean,
Elves gotta have pointy.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say they had like stuck out ears? You mean they kind of flapped to the side or something?
like, yeah. Like,
It's been so long since I played that
out to
game.
the
I can't
side.
really remember.
Yeah, that's basically what all those Korean or Japanese modders do when they mod some earphones. They basically point
Yeah, they
out.
point outwards instead of back.
Huge.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Unity?
The French Revolution.
Oh yeah. One of my friends is like really looking forward to it because she was such a huge buff about the French Revolution, and the I don't want to say. Well, yeah, it was the trailer of it, not the gameplay trailer, but the one that was CGI'd. Yeah, that shit looked pretty fucking awesome, especially when that dude got his head cut off. And stuff, so. That's just absolutely awesome.
Bit more gory.
You can turn off the blood if you want.
Probably. Well, I mean, like, when it comes to a bastard getting what he deserves, I think there should be a lot of blood, you know?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Madame Guillotine.
You reap what you sow. Oh, I wonder if that's going to be a thing, because I remember that there was I guess, like a politician that was there during the French Revolution that like guillotined fucking everybody. And I wonder if he's going to show up in Assassin's Creed Unity.
That reminds me of that musical, The Scarlet Pimpernel. There's a whole song about the guillotine, and it's the opening number.
Wow. No, I think Assassin's Creed Unity is definitely going to be one of the most graphic ones out of it, because the French Revolution was nothing but graphic.
Although I heard that they don't actually use French actors, which kind of sucks, because in number two, they used all these Italian people, and that was awesome. And then in the next one, the American Revolution, they used Indians to voice the Indian language, and this one they don't use any French people.
So
Something wrong here.
please don't tell me they're using actors with fake accents, because I
They're
swear to
using
God, I'll
English
shoot
people.
myself now.
Is what I heard. A lot of English people, and they're supposed to be French.
Wow.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. But I heard this from a French guy.
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah, a French guy who's in my jousting school, so.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. But why would they be so lazy in this game? And they were so like, there was so much detail in the
I
other ones.
don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pass judgment until I actually play the game, know the story, and hear and see the details. I'm not gonna really judge the game on hearsay just yet.
I was they had a demo at Comic-Con when I was there, and they were doing a little playthrough and a demonstration. They said that they fixed a lot of bugs and like user interface type things that was a problem in previous games. They went through and fixed those in Unity, so that's a good thing.
That's good. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a lot of DLC for that game as well. They usually do seem to, like Ubisoft does seem to have a fair bit of DLC. Nothing like Bethesda or anything, but they're pretty good on their DLC.
I'm still waiting for Half-Life.
There ain't gonna be no Half-Life 3. Yeah, Half-Life 3.
Half-Life
Yep.
3.
Well, I think they're not going to do episode 3, but they're just skipping episode 3 and just going straight to Half-Life 3. I read some news article the other day, a week ago or something. And somebody spilled kind of like the beans that they're working on it. So,
Well,
probably be a while, but I'm looking forward.
Well, I certainly hope so, because like one of the things that disappointed me about the Half-Life series was the fact that you had Half-Life 2, and there was a fair distance between Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2 Episode 1, but then right back to back you had Episode 1 and Episode 2. I was expecting an Episode 3 to, like, either, well, a Half-Life 3 or an Episode 3 to kind of finish off the Gordon Freeman and Alex legacy.
Yeah. I don't think Alex will be in the next one. Gordon just being put to sleep by G-Man, and he wakes up somewhere else again.
Well,
with his crowbar.
That was one of the things that I actually liked about Episode 1, because in Half-Life, at the end of Half-Life 2, you kind of got the impression that Alex wasn't going to survive that explosion. And I was kind of glad that she was, a very prominent character in the rest of them. So I'm kind of the opposite way. I hope that she is in Episode 3 or Half-Life 3.
No, I hope too.
Honestly, she was like one of the more awesome companions I've seen in video games.
Yep.
She had a lot of very good advanced AI. I mean, she was pretty awesome. I loved her.
It was pretty difficult, I guess, to make a companion for somebody like Gordon who doesn't have any dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like in Skyrim you can click on your partner or your dialogue or your companion, and ask them something. Gordon just doesn't.
Yeah,
have
and since Gordon is a silent character, it was Alex's responsibility to kind of tell the story, basically.
Gordon just swings his crowbar.
Well, I mean, what else do you do with a crowbar? Besides beat aliens to death with it.
Break into houses.
Fair enough. Although I'm pretty sure Gordon has done that in his time too, because he wields that motherfucker like it ain't nobody's business. Okay. Talked about favorite games. What are your favorite types of games? Like first-person shooter, platformers, RPGs? What would you say? What would you say you have the most fun with?
Coop games, cooperative games. I play a lot with a couple of friends. Usually just with 4 people, so we do.
You mean like Left 4 Dead, Borderlands? Okay.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead we play a lot, Borderlands, and we used to play a lot of DOD. Day of Defeat.
Day of Defeat, never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like Counter-Strike.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But then it's Second World War.
Gotcha.
It's one of the oldest titles on Valve.
Me and a few of my friends actually play a lot of Left 4 Dead 2, and yeah, hard as fuck, but fun as hell.
Oh, hell yeah. They're pretty funny characters.
I think my personal favorite is Ellis, mainly for the fact that I actually have a friend who not only acts, but also looks like him.
Cool. I usually play as
Yeah.
white suit. We're just lucky that we're also just 3 guys and 1 girl, so it fits perfect.
Okay.
The girl can be Rochelle.
That's kind of alright. That's a bit sexist that the girl has to play the girl.
Yeah, well, I tried it once, but she wouldn't have it. I want to be Rochelle for I want my pink Depeche Mode
Well, in
shirt.
any game that allows you to, create your own character, I usually do play as a female, so. You
Yep.
too? Alright.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think that's my favorite type of game, is that any game that allows you to customize and create your own character.
Definitely.
For example, Dragon Age, Skyrim, all those different games, like the ability to customize your character, like to that degree, it's just absolutely, I just absolutely love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was blown away when I first started Skyrim and I saw that. I was like, I've never seen this before in any other game. This is awesome.
Really?
I can create my own character.
You didn't play like Oblivion or anything?
No, I did. I just started ES with Skyrim on PS3.
Okay. Oh.
I didn't even play on console until a couple years ago.
So you just you picked up modding during Skyrim. You didn't have any,
Yeah.
You didn't have any. Okay. That's actually pretty impressive, actually. I have a question for both of you. Are there any games out there that you wish were moddable? The games that you wish that were moddable that are absolutely not moddable at all?
Yeah. Well, I said that probably earlier, and it's probably...
Borderlands, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the other games that we play, there's unmoddables, because left to that, you can make your own campaigns, and you can mod everything.
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, the one thing that I love is that there's a mod for a naked Zoe.
I also seen one for Alice, where he's just wearing a green pulled up over his shoulder.
That sounds pretty sexy. I'm gonna have to try that out one day.
Yeah. And with his voice over it, yes, fussy. But I had to remove it because it was too distant. Big banana hammock all the time because he was. This was my friend. I put it on my friend's camera.
Wow.
So, dude, you're crazy.
I think the Todd would approve.
I would say Final Fantasy VII off the top of my head.
That you wish was moddable?
Yeah. 'Cause, I stopped playing Final Fantasy after 7 just because I got into other stuff and I never went back to Final Fantasy. But I heard that later ones are really good. Like 10, 13.
Good is a debatable subject.
Well, like I said, I haven't played them firsthand, so I have no opinion on them.
I stopped
I only
playing
have an opinion on 7.
Yeah. I stopped playing at 10 and there was a reason for that.
Okay.
I actually started playing the Final Fantasy games at Final Fantasy 7, and like I remember like at Christmas time, like walking through the mall, and we had this game store called Babbage's, and
we used to have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess that's a southern thing, because that's definitely not something up north.
Yeah, we had that in Texas, but not in California.
All right. But I remember seeing them playing demos of Final Fantasy VII, and I was just absolutely fucking blown away by that shit.
I have no idea. I never played those.
Yeah. Honestly, they're not for everyone. They're a turn-based RPG, and honestly, I can kind of understand why people wouldn't be into them. But like when I was younger, I was just absolutely into them. Not so much anymore for whatever reason. But yeah, Anna, like what kind of mods would you like to see in that game?
Mostly armor mods.
Armor mods?
Those Japanime outfits just weren't doing it for me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, because whenever I see armor outfits, I think about how it would actually be made because I'm a costumer.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those things could not actually be translated into real material that you could wear.
Yeah. Well, talking about the costumes, I think like Sephiroth's outfit is
I love that one.
Is what got me into wearing overcoats.
I was actually going to make something like that.
Oh, really?
I even got a Sephiroth wig.
Wow.
Like
Wait, were you gonna cosplay as Sephiroth?
Yeah, why not?
fair enough.
Could be a girl Sephiroth.
He does look enough like a woman, I guess.
I mean, I cosplay Ezio.
You cosplayed Ezio?
Yeah. I made an Ezio costume.
Oh, hon,
I did parkour in
it. You're gonna have to show me pictures of that one day.
I didn't have... Well, I have pictures of the costume, but not of the doing parkour in it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I did it at Assassin's Creed. They had a Unity display, and they had a whole parkour setup, and I did it in costume.
Wow, that is pretty awesome. I actually cosplayed a little bit. I only did it once, and I actually cosplayed as Squall from Final Fantasy VIII.
I didn't play that one. Wait, I played that one briefly. Yeah. Briefly.
Well, Squall was the main character, the one with the black jacket and leather jeans and all that shit. Which, upon retrospect, was probably a bad idea on his part. All that fucking running and shit. And you gotta imagine that he probably was making that squeaking noise throughout the entire game. You know, when you rub leather together, it makes that noise.
Oh yeah.
So he was probably making that entire noise like throughout the entire game, and I would love for that to be a mod.
To take it away?
No, to add, like, every time Squall walks, to add that ring.
Oh, that would be cool for Skyrim. That would be cool for Skyrim. Bloody hell annoying, but I bet some people...
Maybe. You know, actually, that does remind me of a mod that was in Fallout New Vegas, to which, like, if you were wearing power armor, it would do this RoboCop sounding step. It's like inks, inks, inks.
Oh yeah, I played it, but it was a long time ago.
It was cool to begin with because that's the kind of sound that you would think that it would make when you make a step like that in power armor. But when you start running, it was like inks, 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 and it got really fucking annoying, really fucking fast. I mean,
I remember that.
Sounds like those spring feet jumping things.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but they're like stilts that enhance your jumping ability.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can buy them just on your feet.
They have the
They're
power.
kind of like the same
of
thing as those amputees.
I'd rather just get 2 pogo sticks and just see what happens.
Better wear some protective gear.
Yeah, I would definitely wear protective gear, cause I've got a lot of sharp objects around my house.
Yeah, have somebody ready with a camera. See it.
Well, if I'm gonna film it, I'm definitely not gonna wear protection.
Yeah, where's the ouch moment when he lands spread lag on the road? Those are the best YouTube.
Well, when somebody's...
Here, look at me on my skateboard. I can jump over this railing. No, you can't.
Yeah, his legs just go straight through the middle. Just BAM! Oh, he ain't having no kids. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely do love watching those videos. I mean, I'm not a very violent person, but I am a strong believer in natural selection.
Darwin Awards.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve it. You're doing that stupid.
And natural selection doesn't even have to involve killing. It just has to involve somebody not being able to have children.
Doing us a favor and removing himself from the gene pool.
Exactly.
That's all they do.
Right.
We'd beat a skateboard or trying to jump off a roof.
Do that jump off Bard's Leap in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And die. Then you will not see the ghost.
Yeah.
Because you only see the ghost if you survive.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't done that.
Well, apparently the
I have.
You know,
and Daniel has commentary about it.
Awesome. Excuse me.
Guess I'll have to jump off a cliff then.
Well, like, I think if you miss, there'll be 2 ghosts for the next person.
Well, there's only one guy. You'd have to appear twice.
Yeah.
That's an idea for a mod.
Oh, yeah.
Every time you miss, there's an extra ghost.
Haha, you were stupid.
Well, how would that work between loading, though? Is there actually a way to do that?
No, if you reload again. No.
That kind of sucks, but, you know.
It would be a cool mod. I have no idea how to make it, other than how to make the ghost.
Yeah.
There isn't an option for to write to INI files or something. You can read them, and there is an option for set that option to a file, but it only stays in memory. It doesn't actually write it to the hard. That's kind of a bummer. Or else you would be able to.
Or this would be extremely hard to do, but what would be really awesome is that if you Frusro Dodd somebody off of there, you would see their ghost at the bottom too.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome. I hope a lot of modders are listening to this right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Just detect if they're in that cell, and if they die from falling, let's make a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder how hard that would actually be, though. I mean, as modders yourselves, I mean, do you guys think that would be like practically impossible to do, or do you think there would be like a script or a code or something that you could use?
Yeah, that's doable. Pretty.
Okay.
If I wanted to, and I have the time, I could probably make it.
Well, I think that's like every modder's bane is just not enough time.
Yep, 24 hours a day is not enough. You need 28.
Yeah, definitely. That way I can get more sleep.
Well, that's one way.
When it comes to money, I am
I'll
absolutely
sleep when I'm
lazy.
dead. Sleep is overrated.
That kind of sucks for me because I never plan to die. Not really. I'll probably die by the time I'm
Nobody plans to die unless they're suicidal.
True.
Probably shouldn't get into that.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for us for this episode. I would like to thank our guest, Jasper, for coming on, talking about scripts and everything. And I would like to thank my good friend Anna for joining us.
You're welcome.
I think that'll be it for us for this episode. This has been Modcast. I've been Christian Goff, and you have been a lovely audience. See you later.
Bye.
This is Viridian, and you're watching the 3D NPC Podcast Network. You may recognize my voice from my previous work, How to Subscribe to a Podcast. It's real easy. You just press a button. This isn't a podcast, it's a Modcast. And there is no way anyone has ever thought of that before. No, completely original name. I'm not even going to bother googling it. And you shouldn't either. What mod should we cover next month? Make a suggestion in the comments. Oh, am I kidding? No one's listening. I might just as well tell you my deepest, darkest secret. Well, maybe I'll save that for the next month. I've heard some of you want me to start my own podcast. Well, first we'll need funding. Please visit my Kickstarter project at giveviridianyourmoney.com. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. And for that, you deserve a reward. Now, if I can just figure out how to give it to you. I tried pushing it through the screen, but it's not working. Oh well, I guess I'll keep it. It's not like you need a jetpack anyway. I mean, what year does Chris think it is? 1968? Spoiler alert, it's not. But maybe it can be, if you press the button.